Alright chummers, it's Adrian's vlog time. Adrian's vlog! I don't know if that's probably not going to be a graphic or anything. I'm just going to upload this as soon as I finish recording it. Glory of 4G. I want to talk about Lord of the Rings, but I don't want to talk about Lord of the Rings. Well, I do. I want to talk about one specific thing in Lord of the Rings. Not even one specific thing. I want to talk about one specific line in Lord of the Rings. The film. Don't think it's in the book, but in the film. And there's one particular line of dialogue which at times seems lovely and nice and clever, and then when you think about it, when you really think about it too much, it makes absolutely no sense on any level and basically destroys most of the logic behind the film. So this is bear with me on this one. Well, not the whole logic, but it ties into the way you view the whole film. Early on, Frodo's there, right? Frodo and Sam and all the hobbits, blah blah, and they've gone to the inn of the Prancing Pony and they've met up with Strider, Mr. Strider, who of course turns out to be Aragorn, blah 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 blah. And they're following him through the forest. And then Sam says to Frodo, "Oh, how do we know we can trust this guy?" And Frodo says, "I think an agent of the Dark Lord guy," don't know the exact wording, but this bit I know, "would look fairer and feel fouler." Okay. And you know, obviously we, having seen the films and read the books and know what's going on, we know that, Frodo, you see, Frodo's wise, you see, he trusts his instinct here because he knows, well, he doesn't know, but he feels that Aragorn, as he turns out to be, is a good guy, and he turns out to be the king, and he's like the guy who's always doing the right thing. You see, Frodo, he sensed it because he's wise, he's in touch with things, and it all makes sense. It all makes so much sense. Sorry, just changing my arm there. But it doesn't. It's one of those situations where someone came to the right decision for the wrong reasons, and everything kind of falls apart when you examine it. I'm going to switch back actually because this arm's not much better. So first things first. It doesn't make sense in terms of let's go back a bit. The message behind it, which is meant to be, you know, quite an uplifting message, or you could apply in your real life, which is look below the surface. People aren't what they necessarily appear to be. You know, someone, just because they look ugly doesn't mean they're evil, and just because they look all proud and fantastic doesn't mean they're actually a good person. You know, which is a nice message. It's a nice message. But have you seen the film? Have you seen it? Because when you actually watch it, that's not what you see in the film at all. I mean, think about it. Who are the good guys in Lord of the Rings? We've got Aragorn, you've got Boromir, you know, and Faramir. You've got the elves, you've got the hobbits, who generally, you know, while being a bit short in stature, are generally, you know, quite well. The hobbits we see, the ones we adventure with, they're all reasonably attractive people, as hobbits go. You know, I mean, the ones that stay home and, oh, Mr. Farmer, you know, they're... But still, the point is, all the good guys you see in the Lord of the Rings films, I'm not talking about the books here, don't know if the books apply, pretty much everyone you see who's a good guy looks alright. They look vaguely nice. Then you look at the evil side, right? You've got orcs and trolls. You know, you've got the Balrog of Mordor. You have, you know, the spider. What's it? Shelob, and of course, you know, the Eye of Sauron itself. All this kind of stuff. The only two evil characters in the film who maybe you could argue look fair are Saruman, and let's be honest, that doesn't last very long. And plus, it's Christopher Lee. If you know anything, you know. So Gandalf was a bit silly to be taken in, but you know, it was in the book, he couldn't help it, that's how the film had to go. And Wormtongue, and let's be honest, come on now, no, did not look fair. So, nowhere in the films do we actually see an example of the minions Dark Lord looking fair and evil. Does it make sense? Doesn't make sense at all. Completely wrong. Frodo was wrong to say that on that aspect. Yeah, it doesn't hold muster. So that message is bad, because the message the film shows us, what it tells us is, oh, look beneath the surface. What it shows us is, no, ugly people are evil. They just are. Just are. If you've got like all very claws and nasty, you're bad. Nice people look nice. It's not right. It's not right. So, but let's look at specific examples. Let's look at Aragorn, you know, because they're saying, oh, well, think someone would look fair and feel foul. Well, that applies to him as well. He doesn't look foul at all, even at that point, when he's in his Strider garb. He looks alright. And he obviously feels fair enough. But, well, hang on, he doesn't feel all that fair either, because they're questioning him. They're going, oh, I don't know if I can trust him. Well, so he does feel a bit foul. I mean, he isn't. We know that, and they get to know it later on, but still. So, doesn't make sense. But then you figure out, well, hold on, that also means that Frodo's reasoning was wrong, because whether or not he should have been right, he existed in a universe where he was wrong, where actually no, people don't necessarily, good guys don't look fouler or feel fairer. That's not how it works. So the entire, he isn't wise, he's stupid, he's wrong, and it's only by luck that it turns out that following Aragorn was the right decision. So, no, that one line, when you think about it, everything falls apart. The message behind the line, the reasoning behind the movie, the logic of Frodo being the leader. What? No. So yeah, I just want to have a bit of a rant about that, really. Yeah. Anyway, all right, take a bye.